Hello again, and welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 25 and the adventures of Joe Timmsiola. In the last one, we developed our attributes even further. We now have 71 mountain and 71 medium mountain, becoming a cheeky little climber. And that helped us propel us to our first jersey of our career, the mountain classification at El Gran Camino, a result I'm actually quite proud of. And it was our big objective for the first part of the season, so I'm glad we delivered at El Gran Camino. But today we're heading outside of Europe for the first time. First, we head to Taiwan for the Tour of Taiwan, a 5-day race there, then back to Europe for Greece and the Tour of Hellas, and then back to Spain for the Vuelta a Asturias, just a 3-day stage race. And I have acquired 10 points to maybe tweak our schedule a little bit, but to be honest, I don't think it's realistic for a Neopro to have much of a say in their schedule, so we're going to ride these races even though the Tour of Hellas doesn't really have any climbs. But today is all about building XP and hopefully developing our rider further. And I haven't targeted any of today's races, but that's on purpose, because I want as many weekly actions as possible so we don't have any targets, and that does mean I can absolutely smash that time trial weekly action, meaning we should head up to 75 and almost 100% by the end of today's episode. We need to develop that evolution of potential in the time trial, because we know 56 time trial is not going to cut it. Anyway, time for some racing. Let's get it. We've headed all the way to Taiwan then for this 5-day stage race, topped and tailed with flat stages suiting the sprinters, but the 3 stages in the middle, they should definitely suit us a lot more. Important to note, only 5 riders per team at this race, so we could have some fiery racing, and I've noticed Israel Premier Tech are here. They're the team to beat. And our job today, pretty straightforward, 15k on the front of this group, controlling for our potential sprinter, Eric Fagundes. There he is, the Uruguayan, decent little sprinter on our team. Anyway, let's get to it. 58k to go, 100% complete, there we go. So 5k to go, work done. I'm just trying to cause some chaos. I'm on the wheel of the Israel Premier Tech sprinter who punctures at exactly the wrong time for him. Oh my words. That means our teammate Eric Fagundes has a chance today. I'm moving up onto his wheel. Gonna try and sprint myself, but Fagundes going to the line. He's nowhere near, and it's going to be, is it Blake Quick winning this one? A really close finish. Antonio Jesus Soso gets the win, but a nightmare for Israel Premier Tech. Crazy finish there at Taipei City Hall. We actually get 20th place, which might be our career best. And just checking, that 20th place on stage 1 was indeed by far our career best result. Our first finish inside the top 50. Here's hoping we get a few more of them at least. Anyway, 9 more points, only 20 left for level 4. We should get that at this race. And potentially we can do that here on stage 2. Punchy little finish for Gundes for us, looks like our leader. And we're not in form at this race, only 87%, and we get a -3 day. We're just doing work on the front again. Anyway, we just about complete our objective with 16k to go. Now let's see if we can protect our leader. Only 4k to go now. I've been protecting Fagundes since completing that objective. I would love him now to go on and win the stage, as we are now dropped. And he's on the attack, 3k to go. Come on, Eric. Cresting the climb with a lead, only 2.5k to go for Fagundes. Into the final kilometre now. Is he going to cross the line first? No, he's not. Fagundes is caught. Kiko Galvan gets the win. I thought we were going to help our teammate to a second stage win this season. Not quite. Decent day on the front for us again, and we do drop out of GC completely, 2.5 minutes, which should mean we're free to go in the breakaways for sure now. That's if our team manager lets us. But 13 points, we're now getting very close to level 4, hopefully after the next stage. And stage 3 finishes in the Shingan Visitor Information Center. Fagundes and Garcia Pierna are the options for the team today. Anyway, our job again today, just to ride on the front. We just get to 50%, let's make it 100. We actually have a first cat climb here. I'm going to try and sprint for this and take a couple points ahead of Galvan. We get a few, I think. We get 12 KOM points, so putting ourselves in the conversation at least. And we've done some great work on the front today. There is 100%. We've minimized the group down to 55 riders. I think we'll sit up now for the rest of the day. So 20k to go this stage. Now 51 riders left in this group. It's becoming quite selective. I'm going to go and protect our guy, Eric Fagundes. But we're completely cooked into this finale. We certainly won't be competing for the victory today. Only 1k to go for Fagundes in a fantastic position into the final few hundred meters, but he's completely cooked, and it's going to be Kogut of Israel Premier Tech winning easily here. Good stage here today. We did some good work on the front, and I feel like we really contributed to making that a 36 rider group, and we deserved to just about make it into that front splits. Anyway, here we go. 9 points for that great day, up to level 4. Come on. Getting a skill point and another improvement of attributes or evolution of potential. And I have been making sure we've been keeping our stage races above 25%, so we do have the option here, stage races or climber. But to be honest, looking at this, we get so much more in climber, it's not worth it for that one extra time trial in stage races. So let's stick with climber up to 73 mountain. And to be honest, I'm just going to use that XP again on attentiveness, so we've now completed that level 3 already. And I do want to say we're becoming quite a specialized climber already, but that is not the rider I want to build here. I'm glad we now have the base mountain attributes, but I want that flat stat, that hill stat, our sprints and our cobblestones all to build up and become a very versatile rider, like I said, that can win every Grand Tour and every monument in the world of cycling. So we've had 3 climber upgrades for now, but expect that to change moving forwards. Anyway, another visitor centre visit today, this time to Xingsan of Sunmu Lake. Interesting finale again. Anyway, this stage is going to decide the GC, and I think we'll be working on the fronts yet again. And we are indeed doing work on the front, rolling across the KOM there. No breakaways so far, so we're now 3rd in that competition, completely accidentally. Anyway, we're about to hit 100%. Good work from us yet again. We can sit up with over 100k to go. Now, of course, these are not the most exciting stages we'll have in our career, but we need to do the work while we're a Neo-Pro so we can build up our attributes. The Eagle's Nest climb begins. Actually a difficult climb, some steep gradients here. We're on a terrible day, so we have no chance. I'm going to protect Garcia Pierna. He's on a good day. We're still here, only 44 riders left on the Sunmu Lake climb. Garcia Pierna, you better finish well today, my man. Oh no way, we've just had our first crash of our pro career. I do not believe it. Seems some favourites have gone down as well. Anyway, sorry Garcia Pierna, you're alone for the rest of the day, buddy. Under the Flamme Rouge, attacking from the peloton is Lutsenko. He's gonna be caught though for Gundes with a decent finish today, but it's gonna be Liam Walsh, the Aussie, winning this one. Garcia Pierna, only 10th place. The team struggling to get some results, unfortunately, at this race. We've not been much help, to be fair. 47th place today, but a first for us. Our first crash as a pro cyclist. You need to have a first for everything, I guess. But entering the last day, we are actually 4th place in the KOM standings. Maybe we could get 2nd place. And a sprint stage to conclude the Tours of Taiwan. Not our most exciting race in our career, but let's try and get 2nd place in that KOM jersey on these Dapeng Bay Bridge climbs. They're not very long, let's try and win them though. And our manager actually gives us carte blanche to do exactly as we please today. Let's wait for the KOMs and see what opportunities arise there. 24k to go, we crossed the finish line for the first time today. We really need to improve our flat stat as well as that time trial. I'll come back to that in a second because this KOM is coming right now. Let's kick here and try and take first place, which we will do. Lovely little sprint right there by Timmsiola. Up to 2nd place. And you know what? We may as well kick on. But as I was saying, I want to improve our flat stat urgently because we've just been coasting in the peloton so far today and we have been suffering. Look at our yellow bar. That's again the sliders making it even more selective even on flat terrain. Anyway, 4.5k to go now. I'm shielding for Gundes. On his back wheel, we have nothing to give in a lead out, so I'm trying to help him where we can. I mean, Kogut? Get out of my body, dude. Stay over there. We're on our teammate's wheel. So 1.5k to go for Gundes in a great position here today. I'm still on his wheel into the final kilometre. We're now completely cooked for Gundes going for the line, and we will get a win as a team here in the Tour of Taiwan. Come on! And 7th place for us today, somehow our best finish as a pro. What a day. Really happy to get something out of this Tour of Taiwan, and you know what? I'm really enjoying, in this early phase of our career, enjoying the small wins, enjoying our first top 10 finish, and enjoying somehow helping Fagundes to that sprint victory. Signed by I'm not giving you the credit, it was all me on his back wheel. And also pretty cool to beat Roger Kluger, I think former lead out of Andre Greipel, now riding for Rembe Radnet. I think I've heard of them before and their dodgy team manager. Anyway, for us, we made the most of this race, riding on the front and also collecting 2nd place in that KOM competition. And we get 12 points for that, so it was worth it. And as we get some more XP for heading into April, I've noticed a very interesting email. Because it's time to think about next season's contract and think about where we want to ride next season. So apparently our agent has been working, talking with some teams in the background and finding out who will be interested in signing us next season. Please be UAE, please be UAE. Just kidding, of course. As expected, only continental teams and our current team, Burgos Biachi, are interested. And to be clear, I have no interest in leaving this team right now. I want to stay at Burgos for at least a 2nd season. And I joked about riding La Vuelta with this team this season. That's not going to happen. We're not going to be ready. But I would love to ride it in our 2nd season with this team and really show the world what we can do there. So that's some long-term thinking from me. La Vuelta next season could be our big goodbye to Burgos Biachi. Let's see. So a few weeks off after heading back from Taiwan, and then we head to Greece for the Tour of Hellas. 5 flat stages on paper. But when you break it down, we have a time trial to start, not our strong point, but then we do have some climbs. These aren't really flat stages to me. I mean, look at that, a 16-kilometer climb. It's not steep, but it should make a difference. Same goes for stage 4, we have climbs here, so we can at least have some fun and maybe aim for the KOM jersey. And we've been partnered with our former nemesis, Mauro Aparicio, here in Greece. We'll be doing some work for him, but our attributes are slowly catching up with his. We're also riding with George Jackson for the first time, and oh my god, look at that mullet. I'm not gonna lie, absolutely majestic, and I am jealous. Also cool to see us riding with our only Greek teammate as well, Georgios Bouglas, here at the Tour of Hellas. And I've noticed we have some serious opposition here in Greece, including Little Trek and the GOAT, Bauke Mollema, as part of their team. And we start with an individual time trial, of course not really going to suit us. Our only goal really, 58 time trial on the day, 61 prologue, is to avoid finishing maybe in the last 10 riders. Anyway, pretty cool to see us riding on Greek roads here. I actually have some Greek in my family, so I love to see this, even in Pro Cycling Manager. Anyway, Timmsiola saving something for this final kilometre, up to 90, 91, 99, across the line, 10th place, I'll take it. Over 1.5 minutes clear of Alexei Pagara. That guy has had a shocker. A Little Trek 1, 2, 3, 4 to start this race, even though the GOAT Bauke Mollema was beaten here by Alex Kirsch. A pretty solid 65th place for Timmsiola, actually finishing almost in the first half of the riders there. What a time. We're not racing against the strongest opposition, granted, but I'm happy with that time trial. Now time to see what type of freedom are we given at this race by our manager. I want to go after that KOM jersey, because we're not going to beat the likes of Little Trek in this sprint finish. Also, friend of the channel, Henry Ulig here, and he has a great chance in this stage actually. And as much as I wanted to go into today's breakaway a -3 day, it's not really going to allow it. And our manager wants us to work on the front as well for George Jackson. So George buddy, that lovely flowing mullet of yours better be ready. And 3 riders in today's breakaway, they will be caught easily, including, is that Jason Mraz on the back? Oh my word, no, Daniel Mraz, maybe the brother of Jason. This is our fate, I'm yours. But you know what? We've done our work for the day already on the front. 36k of 30. Let's have some fun right here. No pace in this peloton. Let's try and bridge to the breakaway. But look at that. An instant response by Little Trek. They do not want Timmsiola getting up the roads. So let's go 500 meters. No one challenging. We will take the 3 points. Lovely stuff. Which means we didn't go in the breakaway and somehow we lead this competition. How have we managed that then? 3k to go. I'm pretty sure Little Trek are about to unleash the lead out of all lead outs. I'm on the wheel of Emirates, and here comes George, the flying mullet himself, trying to catch Little Trek. Here comes George, trying to challenge Ryan Gibbons, but he is absolutely nowhere near. Cutting to the finish, Ryan Gibbons wins this one, and George Jackson, he faded badly at the end there, didn't he? Finishing in the end 9th place for George. Despite that though, a solid day for us, going into the KOM jersey despite not even bothering with the breakaway. Those breakaway riders are going to be pretty mad. And 11 points, now almost halfway to level 5. Now stage 3 to me doesn't really look like a pure sprint stage. That's what the game has though into Kalamata. Let's see if we can hold on to our KOM jersey. And despite wearing that beautiful KOM jersey, we've been told to ride on the front again for George Jackson. Not sure I want to do that. And it's our first polka dot jersey as well. We didn't get the polka dots at El Gran Camino. Damn it. I really want to try and hold this through this race. But let's try and have it both ways. I'm trying to ride on the front in the peloton, catching Goodfellow, and then Christian as well, hopefully, so we can take maximum points at this first cat. So we have been controlling on the front for this entire climb so far. Now we have some attacks. One rider still up the road as well. It's Jason Mraz, that guy trying to steal more points. Okay, we'll take 3rd and take 6 points here. Should hold onto the lead of this jersey. Yes, indeed. And with our objective done, we can now sit up in this group. Worth noting though that Jason Mraz has attacked again. Jason, I was all yours, but now you're my enemy, my friend. And Mraz still up the road for the Czech team, taking first place at this second cat. This is going to be close between me and him. I should take 4 points here from the peloton. Let's see. We do indeed, so now we are only 1 point clear with 1 climb left. He could have us here. And we have a rapid tempo now. Mraz is going to be tied on points with us if we finish second here at this climb. Alvarez trying to give us the water. Give it to us now, my friends. Now we can go for this KOM. KOM, beat Conrad, and we're going to be tied with Mraz. Here we go, across the line, securing it, 19 points apiece. So actually, I have no idea who is going to wear this jersey tomorrow. One thing's for sure though, Jason Mraz may have some good songs, but he's becoming our enemy here at the Tour of Hellas. Anyway, 4k to go, we might have a chance of being involved in the lead out here. Jackson is here, fighting for the wheel of Gibbons. I'm here too, just to try and support him if we can. Maybe I can jump to Marexo's wheel. Jackson following our wheel for now. Let's go 99. Let's try and lead him out. Terrible lead out by me. Jackson, do it yourself. Do it yourself, buddy. Sprint for the line. We are nowhere to be seen in this lead out. Jackson, I'm sorry, my friends. We could not provide you with the lead out. Kopechki wins. Jackson, where's it going to be? Maybe a top 10 finish. Across the line, 7th place. And I fear that was maybe my fault. Whoops. So Kirsch holds on to his race lead. I want to see though, are we in the KOM jersey or has Mraz stole it from us? Here we go, we retain our KOM jersey, looking fantastic in polka dots. Daniel Mraz, he's the man to watch now. And with Jackson in 7th place, the best result for the team, but we've won a stage as our previous 2 races we've raced for the team. I don't want that to change here. And 11 more points, moving our way closer now to level 5. But getting that stage win today is going to be very difficult indeed. My eyes though are on that first KOM, 36k in. The question is, will my manager let me try and defend this jersey from the breakaway? The short answer is absolutely not. He wants us to work on the front yet again. He clearly doesn't care about this KOM jersey. So let's see, hopefully we don't have an attack from Mraz here. He hasn't attacked yet. And I'm actually happy to see 3 riders go up the road, not including Mraz. I don't think anyone has any points in the KOM jersey, so that's good for us. Because it means now on this porous climb, we can come to the front, do some work, and combine that objective with picking up the scraps from this KOM again. And with Mraz nowhere to be seen, we should extend our lead in this jersey. Let's see, back up to 4 points. And with 100% of our work done, let's focus in on George Jackson's sprint finish. And I hope to see that mullet at least on the podium today. 4k to go then. If you remember back to Taiwan, we followed Fagundez's wheel, and that was how we somehow helped him win. We're going to do that again today for George Jackson on his wheel. 2k to go. Come on, George. Here goes George Jackson into the final few hundred meters. It's going to be a good finish today. Really good finish. Kopechki though, way too good. Jackson will be 5th place, his best of the race. While we finish well and defend our KOM jersey. Decent day, top 5 for Jackson, and we extend our lead in the KOM. Let's hold this with 1 stage to go. And our manager really happy with our work today, 17 points, and we're also so close now to 100% satisfaction. So all we need to do now heading to Ancient Olympia to complete the Tour of Hellas is make sure Daniel Mraz doesn't beat us at these KOMs. So I'm just at the front watching the riders attacking up the road. One guy does have some KOM points, but there's not enough available for him to beat us. We only need to watch for Mraz. So with 2 riders in the breakaway, we are going to roll across here, do some more work on the front, and make sure we win this KOM jersey at this sprint right here. 2 points should secure it from Daniel Mraz. There we go. We win the KOM here at the Tour of Hellas. In the pouring rain here in Greece the last few days, look at the light on the back of the moto, looking great with the new graphics engine, but we get 100%. Now let's go to the sprints. Come on, George. 6k to go and a hectic finish for sure coming up here at the Tour of Hellas, but we're positioning so well on the wheel of Gibbons. Jackson, if you want to come to my wheel, buddy, I'm here to help you. And we're fighting Henry Ulig, like I said, friend of the channel, for that wheel. Not today, Henry. And look at us sprinting just to stay in Ryan Gibbons' wheel. And nope, we're pretty cooked. We're pretty cooked. We can't give any more. I'll go 99. Sprint if Jackson wants to use it. But come on, George. It's up to you, my friends. 1.5k to go. Crow Anderson with the lead out. Gibbons. Jackson coming, but Gibbons versus Ulig today, and Ryan Gibbons absolutely dominates this sprint like Little Trek have dominated this race. Apart from in the KOM jersey, we will cross the line and secure that today. Lovely stuff here in Greece. Unfortunately, Jackson couldn't keep the streak going for the team, but we secure KOM jersey number 2 in our career. But the first time we wear polka dots. And our manager very happy, 23 points, and finally we hit 100% manager satisfaction. So now 2 weeks off before we head back to Spain and our terrain with the hills and the mountains. And as we head towards Asturias, great to see that the team do get an invitation for La Vuelta. As mentioned, don't think we'll be there this year. Next next year, that's the goal though. Here at the Vuelta a Asturias, 3 stages, lots of climbs throughout, perfect for our rider. And Eric Fagundes from the team was actually 3rd place at this race last year behind Micah and Isaac Del Toro. He's back in our team for this one alongside the likes of Chamil, Diaz, Garcia Piana, and of course Timmsiola, a strong team actually for Burgos Biachi. And we're going to need that strength here, lots of climbs, and UAE Team Emirates are back. Pablo Torres, Brandon McNulty and Marc Soles are here for them. But let's try and shake it up and let's try and compete with the big guns. And a very wet Asturias greets us here in Spain then. Lovely looking village to kick off this stage. Oviedo, very nice in the northern part of Spain. Anyway, we've been tasked again with riding on the front. And it's all for this man, Jose Manuel Diaz, +1, 76 mountain on the day. It's up to you, mates. Absolutely apocalyptic rain conditions here, but Timmsiola fights through. He's becoming pretty well versed in the rain, and he's on the front of the peloton. And we've ridden this entire climb again on the front of the peloton. We could take the KOM jersey again from the peloton here. To be fair, I think that's going to be a lot harder at this race anyway. We do cross the second climb, 2nd place again. We've completed our work. Let's sit up. Anyway, I reckon Timmsiola could spring a surprise today. We've stayed in a great position this entire stage. I'm feeling confident, and I've not been able to say that many times in this playthrough so far. Here we go, attacks. Monique and Movistar have gone. No Movistar riders following though, so I think I'll stay in this group. I think Movistar can control this. There you go, McNulty and Monique are brought in. Oliveira setting a tempo, might use the gel. I think I'll hold on to it for now. And Diaz, our leader for the day, is gone. Chamil is gone, and how the tables have turned from the beginning of the season. Timmsiola is going to kick now, try to join McNulty and Oliveira. Absolutely no acceleration, but we are here in the selective group. And 15k to go. I think McNulty and Oliveira are going to be caught, and we do have this little kicker and then a descent to the line. Remember, descending, downhilling is our best attributes. So I've used the gel. Here we come into this little kicker. I'm leading the peloton right now. Let's go 88. If anyone attacks, I want to follow. There goes Demarchi. Let's get in his wheel. It's the Italian Demarchi and Timmsiola off the front of the peloton. Here we go. Fagundes joins us. Soler is here as well from UAE. Soler trying to attack over the top. Fagundes trying to stay here. And we have a fight. Our first fight for a stage victory. Riders behind trying to bridge. Ivan Romeo trying to bridge. Oh my word. We have almost a minute on the peloton right now. Anyway, we have 2 riders in this group. I'm going to do a big acceleration over the top here. Can we drop these guys in this descent? I think these guys, Soler, not a great descender. Fagundes, a decent descender, our teammate. But let's attack these guys. This is our terrain. Could we have Timmsiola's first victory in his pro career? Attacking these corners. Can 68 downhill Soler follow? Oh my word, we're off the front. Oh my word, I don't know what's happening. 2.5k to go. It's downhill all the way to the line. Could we be about to win our first professional race? Timmsiola sprinting to the line. And you know what? I think we're going to do it. Don't crash. The final meters. We celebrate and we win our first pro bike race. Come on. I did not expect that today. There's only one thing I can say about that. Oh my words. I mean, seriously, I did not expect to win today's stage. UAE Team Emirates are here and Movistar, a select group at the end. I mean, Chamil and Diaz from our team, strong climbers, they were dropped. 9 seconds is the gap we win by over Marc Soles. He can't descend, he descended like a goat. Anyway, what a situation we now have for the rest of this race. Because we have almost a minute on everyone else, bar Romeo, Fagundes, Demarchi and Soler. So maybe this GC is going to come down to these 5 riders already. We lead the points jersey, we lead the KOM, young riders as well. Oh my word, what a day for Timmsiola here in Asturias. Genuinely, I cannot believe it. And so what does this do? 45 points from our manager, plus 12 on the manager satisfaction as well. Do we get more? Not quite, but only 12 points left to level 5. And cool to see other teams noticing our first victory as a pro, but I'm not interested. I want to stay at Burgos BH. And this time the stage finishes in Oviedo. We have some steep climbs, none as long as yesterday though. So I really hope we can defend our jersey. Here we go, leader of the general classification. We get leadership from the manager, control of almost the entire team, but we do get a -1 day Oh, that's a painful one. But we have the likes of Garcia Piana working for us. The man has 78 mountain on the day, and he's being chained to Timmsiola, the 19-year-olds. When you think about where we were in the first episode, hardly able to stay in the peloton for half the race, now look at us. We are absolutely flying, leading a race like the Vuelta a Asturias against a team like UAE Team Emirates in only 3 episodes so far. What I'm trying to say is, Timmsiola, buddy, I'm proud of you. And to my surprise, there was almost no tempo at all on the Alto della Degollada, which means it's all coming down to the final climb, the Alto del Violio, and it's very steep at the start, and it's pretty much steep the entire way. Average of 8%, max of 12.4%. That is where we're surely going to be attacked. This is it then, UAE tempoing on the front, surely for the likes of Soler and McNulty. Soler is the guy I need to watch. Romeo as well as Alessandro De Marchi. Anyway, here we go. Covey on the front. Pablo Torres has gone. Pablo Torres launching on this climb. Covey as well. We're just trying to survive. And our hill stat really suffering here. Oh my God, look at Pablo Torres. Stewart blocking us off. We're caught too far back in this group. De Marchi's up there as well. Marc Soles too. No. Oh God, we are suffering on this hill. Chamil up there trying to reel him in. Come on, Chamil, you can do it. Try to reel in Marc Soles, but Marc Soles has absolutely gone. He's vanished up the road right now. We need to hope for a miracle in the final 6k. Garcia Piana sprint right now. Timmsiola in the wheel, and I think Soler, will he take enough time? He has about 13 seconds, I think, on us. It's going to be close. It's going to be really close. Into the final kilometre, we're going to sprint. Marc Soles is going to win stage 2 here in Asturias. We're not going to get bonus seconds, and I think he takes the jersey. 16 seconds is the margin to Marc Soles, which means we know what's coming. Marc Soles moves into the lead of the Vuelta a Asturias. We drop to 2nd place. I'm gutted with that. I'm really gutted. We just couldn't stay anywhere near him on the Alto del Violio. And only 4 points for that brave fight for the jersey. I feel like that's harsh. But now the question is, how on earth did we gain 13 seconds on Marc Soles on this stage right here? Hilly terrain, hilltop finish, suiting Soler a lot more than it does Timmsiola. I mean, he has 10 more in the hill stat than us. So to be honest, I will be happy with a podium place in the GC. That would be an epic result still. To be honest, a feature I would love in Pro Cyclist is to tell one of your teammates to try and get in the breakaway. I would love Diaz in the breakaway now, but I don't know how to tell him to do that. And after the work we did for him earlier in the season, Chamil looking after Timmsiola right now, what a change of events this is. Anyway, 8k to go. This is all coming down to the Alto del Naranco, and like I said, I'm trying to protect this podium. De Marchi and Ivan Romeo, those are the 2 riders I'm really looking out for. So 4.5k to go. Some good work from our team, just controlling at a steady tempo that Timmsiola can follow. Barcelo to Ghent. We have maybe Norsgaard trying to attack. Nope, no one going clear. Only 3.5k to go. But now here we go. Torres going with Soler on the wheel. I'd love to move to Marc Soles' wheel, but I don't think I'll be able to stay there. Where is De Marchi? Where is De Marchi? No idea. There's Romeo. There's Romeo. We need to watch him. But we're giving literally everything just to stay here. And we're actually sliding back in this group. I'm going to try and get to Romeo's wheel. Try to go for the line. Everyone on our team. Fagundes as well. Timmsiola too. Romeo, please don't take the seconds. Anyway, UAE in a completely different class. Fagundes closing the gap at the ends. But Soler is going to win the Vuelta a Asturias. But Joe Timmsiola in the group behind, I think, is going to finish 2nd at this race. A 1-2-3 for UAE Team Emirates, and Marc Soles wins again. We were the only rider to beat him in a stage at this race, on of course stage 1. But that means that Joe Timmsiola holds on for 2nd place on the podium. What a result in our young career. Also winning the white jersey ahead of Ivan Romeo and Antonio Morgado. What a result. I absolutely did not expect that when we started this race. Soler stealing the KOM at the last as well, only by 2 points. To be fair, he thoroughly deserved it. And so 25 points, taking us to level 5 now for our first podium in Continental. And a massive 56 points from our manager as well, taking us some way to level 6. And that means we do indeed get to level 5, like I said, with an attribute and skill point, and also access to .pro races. So for the first time in our career, we have some choices to make because we can improve our climbing or our time trialing. But crucially, I want to take a look at the time trialing right here, the potential screen, and that evolution of potential looks absolutely lovely to me. Because 67 to 71 time trialing is kind of like Gaudu, Carapaz level, Egan Bernal, I guess, time trialing level, but 73 to 77, that is competitive. But the question is, do I go for this upgrade now or not? Because I know for a fact our weekly activities have not given time trial 100% yet. We have above 75, so we can increase the potential, but do I wait for 100%? I think it's worth waiting until we hit 100%, even if it gives us one more time trial point in our career. So we have the choice of increasing our climber or time trialing current attributes, not our potential. I want to become a well-rounded, versatile rider so we can win every race in the world, all the monuments and all the Grand Tours. So let's go for time trialing. Yes, it increases our current time trial prologue, but also just making us a more versatile rider with the flat stat as well. Here we go, let's lock it in. And as soon as this time trialing weekly action increases from 79 to 100%, that's when I'll go for the potential upgrades. It may make absolutely no difference. Let's find out though. And so with that upgrade locked on to our rider, looking very nice indeed now. 74 stamina already. 76 downhilling, 74 mountain. I mean, you can see the attributes. We're looking pretty good considering we're still just 19 years old. And some incredible results today. Not really terrain that suited us in the first two races, but coming back to Asturias, we delivered second place and our first career victory. I hope you guys are enjoying the adventures of Joe Timmsiola. I thoroughly am, I have to say. Smash that like button if you are too. Subscribe to the channel as well. And I'll see you guys in the next one.